back to Major Misconduct. Scott, Taylor, Curt Keilback. We are at 4Play Sports Bar, and we are on 360Winnipeg.ca. Now, we were just talking about free agents and big free agent signings. The Winnipeg Jets signed Olli Jokinen. I guess we bashed that around a little bit. But there are some people still available out there. The Jets have lost Chris Mason. They have lost Tanner Glass. They have been able to sign Alexei Ponikarovsky. They were signing Olli Jokinen. They got a goaltender, Al Montoya.
You know what? I think the Montoya signing might be a good. I mean, he's basically getting paid minimum. Yeah. This guy was drafted 5th or 6th overall in his draft year, and he was one of those highly touted guys we talked about before in his draft year. The Rangers thought he was going to be the second coming. I don't know if he ever played for them, really, but he's got to have something or have had something. Now, maybe he's just the right goaltending coach. Sometimes his goaltending coach or other coaches get these players who have been successful because of what they do and try to make them into something they're not. So sometimes that happens. I'm not saying that's happened with Al Montoya. I have no idea. But I just think for the amount of money they invested in the guy and the promise that he had shown as a young guy, that you can't lose on this one.
No, I don't think he can. $601,000. I wonder what the one was for. Did he make $600 last year and he wanted a raise? Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have Winnipeg Jets 1.0, which were the Jets that left in 1996, and we have Winnipeg Jets 2.0, which were the Jets that came last season. There are 30 free agents, unrestricted free agents, good ones left on the market. I mean, guys who can play in the NHL. Among that group are former Jets, Jets 1.0, Shane Doan, and Teemu Selanne. Now, I think they both look great here. I just have this funny feeling that both of them want more money than this team's going to pay.
Well, and I'm not sure I understand the Shane Doan situation. A year ago, when there was talk about...
Yeah, but you worked in Phoenix. Do you understand anything that goes on in Phoenix?
No, but I mean, I'm talking about Doan now. A year ago, when they were talking about the franchise coming here, and of course, which eventually it did, and would Shane Doan like to come here? And he said, well, no, I don't want to insult anybody, but I live in Phoenix. I've got a ranch in Phoenix. I got horses here. My family, that's just the only home they've ever known. And now, this is only a year ago. Shane Doan, who's very honest and a great guy, as we know, says this. And now, 1 year later, he's looking to go to a winner. And what happened last year? The franchise that started here in 1979 had its most successful season ever. They went to the Western Final. Now all of us said, well, maybe I want to go somewhere else, maybe Los Angeles to win a Stanley Cup. Los Angeles already won their Stanley Cup. They won't win another one this year.
No.
Nobody repeats it.
And they don't want him, obviously.
So why doesn't Doan just stay put in Phoenix? He says he's tired of the situation, not knowing where the team's going. You know what? If the team goes, he goes. And so he's talking about going anyway. What difference? He makes $6 million.
He still gets paid.
It doesn't make any sense.
Teemu, he'd be a great Jet.
Well, Teemu would be a great Jet.
I'd just like to see Teemu here
and probably the most...
Can you imagine the splash? Now, granted, we go back to that old herring that, the Jets don't have to sell tickets. It doesn't matter because they're sold out for 5 years. But can you imagine the splash the Jets would make, whether they have to sell tickets or not, if Teemu re-signed here?
Well, look at the splash he made just coming here for one game.
Exactly!
No, he's arguably, I know there was Bobby Hull who was here before I arrived on the scene and saw how things worked in Winnipeg. I know you were here at that time.
Yeah.
But during the tenure of the Winnipeg Jets of the NHL, easily the most popular player was Teemu Selanne.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. Now, I have to ask you this. The Jets have two players. Jets 2.0 have two players available. I think they're players that really helped the team last year. Tim Stapleton, who worked extremely hard and did a lot of good things, and did a lot of good things for Claude Noel, and Claude Noel liked him a lot. He played him in a lot of really tough situations, both killing penalties and on the power play. And Kyle Wellwood, who I think had maybe his best year in the National Hockey League last year as a Jet. The Jets haven't bothered to sign them. They're still out there running around looking for a contract.
Yeah, and I think particularly with the Wellwood situation, it surprises me a little bit because he seemed to be the kind of guy. I know I was talking to one guy who was a season ticket holder. He was his favorite player. He's like the work ethic that this guy has, and he seems to score goals. And Stapleton has just got, again, it's the work ethic thing. And if you're a team that's going to thrive on that and really has to wait to pick up in the superstar area, that's what you got to go with. So I'm kind of surprised too that they haven't signed these guys.
I think the most interesting thing of all is the fact that Tanner Glass is gone. So they've got S still available, Stapleton, and they have T, Thorburn. So they basically have S and T. So they need something to go with the line. I was thinking Nigel Dawes. Then the fans in Winnipeg could all yell S-T-D, S-T. No, is that? No,
And on that note,
We'll be back to talk about the British Open in our last segment because Tiger's going for it. By the time this gets posted, it'll be almost British Open week, and then the London Olympics. It's a big year in Britain, and we'll be back with Major Misconduct live from 4Play Sportsbook.